أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم الحمد لله رب العالمين والصلاة والسلام على أشرف الأنبياء والمرسلين نبينا محمد وعلى آله وصحبه أجمعين ومن تبعهم بإحسان إلى يوم الدين اللهم افتح علينا حكمتك وانشر علينا رحمتك يا ذا الجلال والإكرام رب زدنا علما أجمعين اللهم أفرغ علينا صبرا وثبت أقدامنا وانصرنا على القوم الكافرين اللهم لا علم لنا إلا ما علمتنا السلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته. So I'll be doing the questions today, inshallah. Questions of the Tamarin of the lesson number 2. So we have Tamarin Ajib Anil. So this lesson was primarily based on Waw al-Hal. So Waw al-Hal, we studied there are three types of Waws. So in this lesson, it was about Waw al-Hal. So what is Waw al-Hal? Waw al-Hal is the Waw that tells us the condition in which the action was taking place. It's a sentence, okay. It's always a subordinate clause, so you'll have a main sentence here, and then there'll be Waw al-Hal, and then there'll be Jumla Ismiya, right? So there'll be Jumla Ismiya, and this will be always a subordinate clause. या हमेशा subordinate clause होगा जो जुमला इसमें होगा और ये हमें वो चीज़ बताएगा कि ये जो मेन सेंटेंस है किस कंडीशन में ये एक्शन या जो भी इस सेंटेंस में हो रहा था किस कंडीशन में किस हाल में ये चीज़ हो रही. So let's first look at the examples of vowel hal in example number 2, then we'll come back to question number 1. ta'amal al amsilat al atiya, ponder over, just ponder करना है इसमें सिर्फ कोई exercise नहीं है ये. The following examples for vowel hal. So we have the first example here, hajjajtu. So we have the verb hajja yahujju. So that means hajj karna, hajja yahujju. So it is a mudda'af verb. So then we know that after the sixth form, in the conjugation, it's idgham, breaks. Then it become hajjajna, hajjajta, hajjajtuma. So it breaks, so it become hajjajtu. So hajjajtu means I performed hajj. Hajjajtu, I performed hajj wa ana sagir. So it doesn't mean it is here vowel hal. So this is not vowel atf. It is vowel hal. Very important. Because if you consider this vowel atf, then it would be wrong. Vowel atf will do and, but this is not and. So this is not the and to join two sentences. This means vowel hal is hajjajtu. I performed hajj while I was sagir, while I was small. I was a kid. So so this is the vowel hal, and this gives us the sentence is the hal, tells us the condition in which the hajj took place. So how would we identify vowel hal? It will be followed by jumla ismiya, and this will always be a subordinate clause. So see, this is jumla ismiya, ana sagirun, this is mubtada, and this is khabar. So ana sagirun, so this means wow is vowel hal. So the transition would be I performed hajj while I was a kid. Second example here is dakhaltu al masjida. I entered the masjid. وَالنَّاسُ يَخْرُجُونَ مِنْهُ, and the people were coming out of it, were leaving it, right? So you see that here, vowel hal again, because it's followed by jumla ismi and a subordinate. It's a subordinate clause to this clause. It'll always be subordinate. This is not vowel atf, this is vowel hal. So it says, dakhaltu, I entered the masjid while the people were coming out of it. So इस condition में people आ रहे थे. So तब मैंने, I mean, that's when I was entering. I entered the masjid while the people were coming out of it. So vowel hal here. This is not atf. So there are three types of vowels we have studied. Vowel atf, it joins two sentences, or it can be two words, or it can be two paragraphs. So it can join two. And it doesn't make any change to either of them. If it was mansoob, it will be mansoob. It was marfu, it will be marfu. Or it was majroor, it will be majroor. So, and then we have vowel kasam. So it is always be followed by ism majroor. Vowel kasam will act as harfu jar. Vowel qasam, like we have wallahi. And then the third one we have vowel hal. So the vowel hal will be followed by jumla ismiya. So we should know the difference between these three. Then we have the third sentence here, ma tarrajul. Mata yamutu. Mata is the madiya. This is ajwaf. Mata yamutu arrajulu. The man died wahuwa na'imun, while he was sleeping. Man died while he was sleeping. Yani ke in the sleeping condition he died. Right? In the condition of childhood, I performed Hajj. In the condition of entering the masjid, sorry, in the condition of people coming out of it, I entered the masjid. Right? Asha Ya'ishu means Sakana, Yaskunu. Right? So this is again Ajwaf, it means he lived. Asha Jaddi, my grandfather, or we can say ancestor, grandfather's good. So it says Jaddi, it is actually marfu because this is the file, but it gets a kasra because ya mutakallim, right? So this is actually damma muqaddara. This is asha ya'ishu. So we have jaddi as fa'ilun marfu'un wa alamatu rafihi ad-dammatu al-muqaddara because of ya mutakallim, right? So we know that three conditions we have. The nouns as damma muqaddara, marfu'in damma muqaddara, maksur, mankus, and when there is ya mutakallim. So here is ya mutakallim. So asha jaddi aksara minna misari min mi'ati am. Aksara more than 100 years. Amin. So 100 years. Or sanatin, right? But as mentioned, amin here, ama means year. Mi'ati means 100. So my grandfather lived more than 100 years. Wamata, and he died wa ana sagir. Now we see that here there are two vows here. This one and this vow. So this vow, the first one here, this first vow is harf atf because it is joining the two sentences. So Asha Jaddi Aksara min mi'ati amin. My grandfather lived more than 100 years that's and he died while I was a kid. So because this does not have this does not have ism majroor after it, right? So this is not vowel kasam because mata is a verb, right? Ism majroor will be a noun. So this is not ism majroor. So this is not vowel kasam. This is not the vowel hal because it's not followed with jumla ismiya. It has a verb becoming after it. So it is joining the two sentences here. But this one, it is a subordinate clause to this one, and he died while I was a kid, or when I was small, or I was a kid. Talabtul ilmu, talabtu. So it's the verb. Talabtu fa'ilun tu. Tu will be the file. Talaba yatulubu means to seek. That's why we say talib ilm, right? Talib ilm means seeker of knowledge. Um, so you have talabtu. It's a verb. I seek al ilm. Al-ilma, I seek the knowledge. Wa ana mutazawwijun, while I was married. Mutazawwijun means married. Azbun means unmarried. Azbun, unmarried. So you have ana mutazawwijun, while I was. So this is vowel hal here, while with jumla ismiya, followed by jumla ismiya. So I seek knowledge while I was married. لا تقرأ الصحيفة وأنت تمشي في الشارع. So we have لا تقرأ. So لا تقرأ. So this is لا الناهية. Right? This is la nahiya. And what will be taqra? It will be fi'lun mudari'un fi'lun mudari'un majzumun, right? And so this will be fi'lun mudari'un majzumun la will be la nahiya. So it will be wala taqra as-sahifata. Do not read the sahifa. Sahifa can be you can use it as for a newspaper, right? Sahifata wa anta while you are walking on the street. Tamshi wa anta tamshi. So this is Jumla Ismiya again here because it is Anta is the Mubtada and its Khabar is Jumla Failiya. Jumla Fail is the Khabar and this is the Mutalik Fail. So this is Jar Majroor again a part of the Khabar. So this is our Mubtada and this is our Khabar. Right? We'll divide the Khabar in two parts here. So La Taqra, don't read. As-Sahifata. As-Sahifata is the Mafulun Bihi of Taqra, of this verb. And then Wa Anta, while you are walking. Tamshi. Masha Yamshi. Tamshi would be for the second person while you're walking on the street. And then we have the seventh example. قال تعالى in the Quran, في القرآن, Surah Nisa, ayat number 43. It says, لا تقربوا. So تقربوا, تقربوا, قرب يقرب. So it is to go near, قريب هنا. So you don't, you all, plural, file is, wow. And this is فعل مضارع مجزوم بحذف النون. So because it should be تقربون, right? تقربون. But here noon is dropped because this is majzoom. So this means that la is la nahiya here, right? Because this is min afal khamsa. So I'll say la nahiya. Then you'll say taqrabuna fi'lun mudari'un majzumun bi hasfi noon, right? And then as-salat. Don't go near the salat. Do not go near the prayer. salat. Don't go near the salat. Wa antum sukara. Now this is vowel hal. तो नमाज के करीब भी मत जाओ when you are doing what? When you are in nasha, when you are intoxicated. When antum, plural again. So you can see that antum is following, it's plural, and here it's also plural. So this is the subordinate clause of the same sentence, right? So va will be vowel hal. So you don't say and you are. Don't go near the salat. And no, it's not and. It's in the state of intoxication, when you are in the state of nasha. And this is vowel hal here. Wa antum sukara. La taqrabu salat wa antum sukara. Do not go near the prayer when you are in state of intoxication, जब तुम नशे में हो. And this can also help us understand कि इस्लाम में जो बुराइयों का खात्मा हुआ और जो कुरान ने मेथडोलॉजी यूज की, लाइक फॉर एग्जांपल सबसे बड़ी बुराई जो सोसाइटी में उस टाइम थी वो शराब की थी. और ऐसे ऑल ऑफ अ सडन रूल नहीं आया कि कल से शराब पीना बंद, बट इसको स्टेज में इस्लाम ने ख़त्म किया. सबसे पहले ये हुक्म आया कि शराब में भी नफ़ा है, शराब में, बट अल्लाह ताला ने शराब को नुक्स ये लाइक रिबा को भी, रिबा में भी नफ़ा आपको मिलता है, बट रिबा इज अल्लाह हैज प्रोहिबिटेड रिबा. द सेम थिंग गोज ऑन विद द शराब. You like something, you might like it, but Allah doesn't want you to drink it. Then when you are in intoxication, do not go near the salah. So obviously आपको नमाज पढ़नी है तो आप शराब मत पियो. So नमाज के लिए, so step in the stages. Then eventually it came an ayat that what was it, ayat in Surah Maida 90, that ayat Ya lazina amanu or lazina amanu, there's that ayat, it came out of my mind right now. uh, Let me just check, hold on, what that ayat is. It's a very easy one. It is 90, ayat number 90 of Surah Maida. It says Ya lazina amanu innamal khamru, right? Innamal khamru wal ميسر والأنصاب والأزلام رجس من عمل الشيطان فاجتنبوه لعلكم تفلحون. يا الذين آمنوا, or you believe, إنما الخمر, certainly intoxications, والميسر, intoxications in gambling, والأنصاب, dedication of stones, والأزلام, divination of arrows, رجس من عمل الشيطان, is the abomination of Satan's handiwork. فاجتنبوه لعلكم تفلحون, shun such abomination that you may prosper. So it was about prohibition. So la taqrabu salat, do not go near the salatu antum sukara, when you are in the state of intoxication. All right. So this is about vowel hal. So vowel hal tells us the condition in which the action is taking place, and it is always a subordinate clause. Now, what we have to do here is mayyiz, specify. It's a fila amra, mayyiz. So this is mayyaza, yumayyizu, mayyiza, mayyaza, yumayyizu, mayyaza. मादिया मैयज़ा, इसका मुदारे क्या आएगा, युमय्यिज़ु, because this is form 2, युमय्यिज़ु. We know that in it will be मैयज़ा युमय्यिज़ु. now जब हम इसको अमर करना हो, सबसे पहले क्या होगा, अलामतुल मुदारे will get dropped and this gets a sukun. So what's going to become मैय्यिज़, मैय्यिज़, same मैय्यिज़. So it means to specify. और इसका मजदर क्या आएगा, we know that in form 2 the masdar is based on, remember one word, tasbih, right? Taf'il. It's the pattern on which form 2 masdar is built on. Taf'il, fa'ala, taf'il, taf'il, taf'il. So will be the masdar tamyiz, 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 tamyizun. Now we know that tamyiz, that we come across that word tamyiz. So that is actually the masdar of mayyaza. So what I have to specify is vowel atf, vowel hal, min vowel hal fil jumal atiyah. ضع خطا, then we have to put one خطا واحدا below تحت vowel atf. So below vowel atf we have to put one line, وخطين, two below the vowel hal. So here will be the sentences. In question number 3 it will talk about, it will have both vowel atf as well as vowel hal. तो आपको specify करना है vowel atf कौन है, vowel hal कौन है. This should be your homework. So I'll do the first one here. خرج المدرس من فصل. So the teacher left the classroom, from the classroom. وذهب, and ila maktabil mudir, and he went to. So this is wawul atf. This is joining the two sentences, and he went to the maktabul mudir. He went to the office of the principal's office. دخلت على المدير. I went to the principal وهو يكتب while he was writing. Now this is vowel hal here because you have jumla ismiya following it here, and so this is also the subordinate clause. This will be the jumla. This will be the vowel hal. I went to the mudir, and he was. When you say dakhaltu ala, it means I went there. It doesn't mean entered. So you can say dakhala ala. So it can mean entered when it's a preposition like this, to go to his office like that. That's how you would mention reaching or meeting somebody or reaching his office. So dakhaltu ala al-mudir, I went to the principal وهو يكتب, while he was writing. يكتب كتب يكتب he وهو يكتب. This is uh, مبتدا and khabar is jumla fi'liya. Rest of the sentences you just try to do yourself and identify what is vowel hal and which one is vowel atf. This should be your homework. All these six. Any difficulties, let me know with any word there. All right, then we have the fourth sentence, fourth question here, ayyan. So what do you have to ayyan? Identify here. Now. Now means kinda. Now of what? Kul wawin min warada fil jumal atiya. So you have to identify the kind of वाव then we have here. यानी कि तीन वाव जो हमने पढ़े उसमें से कौन सा वाव ये है. एक सेंटेंस उन्होंने दिया है और एक सेंटेंस में तीनों के तीनों सेंटेंसेस उन्होंने मेंशन किए हैं. Wallahi. So we have the वाव number one here. ما غبت يوما وأنا صحيح. صحيح is will be the opposite of sick. I mean this will be healthy. صحيح would be marid. It will be the opposite of this. لهذه السنة. So there were three vowels here. So the first vaw is obviously vowel qasam, because there is ism majroor coming, Allah, right? Lafzul jalala. So it will be wallah, by God, Allah ki qasam. ما غبت يوما. غبت would be the madi. ما غبت. So this would be the, I was not absent. Yawman, one day. I mean, I was not absent even one day. एक दिन भी. Yawman, because this is nakira here. وأنا صحيح. So this means while I was well, I mean, I was not sick. So this is vowel hal here. وأنا صحيح, because it is followed by jumla ismiya, and this is the subordinate clause. لا هذه السنة ولا هذه الماضية. Not in this year, not in the last year. So this is vowel atf here. So this is joining the two. This is vowel atf. So all the three vowels have, look how beautiful sentence this is. All three vowels are mentioned in the same sentence. So then we have the fifth one, akmal. So we have to complete all the sentences, following sentences with jumla haliya munasib. So this will be the jumla haliya will be the sentence following vowel hal. So we'll call it jumla haliya. Al-jumlatu al-haliya, that tells us the condition in which the action is taking place of the main clause. So wow, so you have to say, you have to add wow plus jumla ismiya. Again, very easy. So dakhaltu al-masjid, then you have to add wow al-hal plus the jumla haliya. Obviously, that will be following it. Wow plus jumla ismiya, that's it. So dakhaltu al-masjid, so you can put the same. You can say that when I entered the masjid, the imam was doing the khutbah. So I'll say دخلت المسجد والإمام يخطب. والإمام يخطب. وإمام يخطب. خطب يخطب. يخطب. Or you can do anything. I mean, it's not يخطب. I entered the masjid when Imam was doing the khutbah. So this will be the mubtada and this will be the khabar. Khabar will be jumla ismiya. I entered the masjid while the Imam was giving khutbah. Wasalti. So it's actually wasalat, right? It's actually wasalat because verb does not have a kasra. So it's actually wasalat at-ta'iratu. At-ta'iratu would be the aeroplane, and it's the fa'il of this verb, and it's obviously it's feminine, so it'll be wasalat, not wasala. Wasala means to reach. So at-ta'iratu, the plane reached. Where did it reach? Where did it reach? Matar al-Jiddati. So Matar al-Jiddah would be Matar al-Jiddah would be the maf'ul bihi. Matar will be airport of Jeddah. Matar al-Jiddah. This is the madaf ilayh. So it'll reach the plane reached, aeroplane reached the airport of Jeddah. So you can say wasaltu ta'ira matarul matarul any other city. You can put Delhi, you can put anything. London, right? Matarul Jeddah. Then what do we do? وأنا نائم. Okay. Alright, when I was sleeping. وصلت طائرة مطار جدة وأنا نائمة. When I was sleeping. So we reached, so I was in the plane and we were doing there. Right? So I was sleeping or anything. So you can put the same sentences, you can make beautiful sentences. More hajjajtu, I did hajj wa dash ra'aytu al mudarris, I saw the teacher wa what I was doing, what he was doing. Ma ta'ammi, my uncle passed away, he died wa ana sagirun or something like that wa ana anything. So you can put the vowel hal sentence there. And then kharajtu min al Madina, I left from the Madina. Dash Madina. If you say Madina, the actual Madina, you mention Madinatul Munawwara. But here I think he's also talking about the Medina. So I can put there wa something here. I can put it here. Wahuwa uh, Saimun while I was fasting. Wawasaltu Riyad and we reached. So something like that. You can put these sentences here. You can be more creative. Then we have the sixth one. Now here ij'al kulla jumlatin mimma yadi jumla hali al jumla min insha'iyya. So we have to now bring in the first portion of the sentence here. Now anta tamshi. So it means wa antatam. So you'll bring vowel hal here. So jumla halia is given. Now you have to bring the first portion of it. Wa antatam shi fi sharia while you are walking on the street. So you can say uh, la takul. You can put it like this. La takul. Uh, don't eat. Wa antatam shi fi sharia while you are walking on the road. Or you can say ra'aytuka. I saw you. Ra'aytuka. I saw you. Wa antatam shi fi sharia. I saw you while you were walking on the street. So you can bring in those sentences here. Anatifl while I was kicked. So you can bring in the main clause here. A subordinate clause is already given with vowel hal. You have to add. And the same way with the third one, wal mudarris yaktubu ad-dars ala sabura. While the teacher was writing the lesson on the board, so you will say, I entered the classroom. دخلت الفصل والمدرس while the teacher. Now again, جملة اسمية. It has a mubtada, it is a khabar. المطر ينزل. Matar means rain. Right, rain. Write it down. Rain, matar. Rain ينزل. المطر ينزل. So it means the rain is falling, coming down. So I'll say والمطر ينزل while the rain is falling down. So we'll say, or we can say that uh, nadrusu, we are studying while the rain is, because it is raining right now outside. Okay, so we can say nadrusu, we are studying while matru yanzilu, and the rain is falling. We can put it like that. So in the same way, we have a shamsu taghrubu. Taghrubu means to set. A shamsu taghrubu. And why it's saying taghrubu, not yaghrubu? Gharaba yaghrubu, not, it's taghrubu because shams is feminine. Here matar is masculine. That's the reason why yanzilu. Taghrubu. It could have been yaghrubu, but if it was something masculine, it will say yaghrubu. But with feminine, we'll use taf'alu. She taf'alu. Taf'alu is also used with second person masculine. So it is used with both. Wal-mu'azzinu yuqimu. Kama yuqimu means standing now. Wal-mu'azzinu yuqimu. So you'll mention it here. Something like I entered the masjid. Wal-mu'azzinu yuqimu was saying iqama. Yeah, he's saying mu'azzin was saying iqama. So you can put the sentences like this. There, Anasagirun is the seventh one. Wanasagirun. Then we have the eighth sentence here. So this is an exercise that can be done only in the classroom. We'll leave it. Tufidul la'alla. Now, another point Dr. Abdurrahim wants to tell us that la'alla is the word. What it tells us about two things. It tells us taraji and ishfaq, hope and fear. We have studied it before, but now he's explicitly mentioning it here. ويتضح الفرق فرق بينهما من مثالين. So we have اتضح يتضح means it comes from its base. It's actually form 8, but it comes from the verb وضح. واضح करना وضح واضح واضح اتضح. So what else is a format हमारी बनती है to वाضح वाضح, no, what do you call it, वाضح वाضح करना, clear करना, clarify. الفرق بينهما من مثالين. Okay, the difference فرق بينهما, the difference will be clarified. The difference is clarified. من المثالين مثالين, two examples. This is dual and this is مجرور بيا because ممنوع من الصرف. Sorry, I'm so sorry. It's ممنوع من الصرف لأنه مثنى. من المثالين. مثالين آتين آتيين. So following examples. آتيين آتيين. ठीक है. مثالين آتيين. Following examples. Again dual, this will be the not. So لعل has two, it's giving us two examples. لعله بخير. So لعله بخير is the sentence. I, which means, I means, that means, which means, we know that ayun. So here it will be used as I, which means. So example here is arju, arju, I hope, an takunu bikhair. So la'allahu bikhair means I hope that you are with, we are with khairiyat. So this is the meaning of this. I means meaning. So this means has a taraji. This is taraji, is an example of taraji. दूसरी example है la'allahu marid, but he's not saying that I hope he is marid. No, I fear, akhsha, akhsha an yakuna maridan, that he is marid. I fear. So it gives us la'allahu, gives the meaning of both. So fear would be ashfaq and hope would be taraji. Taraji, right? Raja, taraji. So la'alla. ماذا تفيد لعل في الجملة الآتية? Now he's giving us homework to do. And he says, which of these sentences, what do they mean? So when you say, لَعَلَّكَ نَاجِحٌ, so obviously you're saying, I hope. نَاجِحٌ means successful. I hope you're successful. You're not saying, I fear you're successful. No, this is hope. So this will be taraji here, right? This will be taraji. The first one will be taraji. Then we have the second one, لَعَلِّي رَاسِبٌ. لَعَلِّي. So لَعَلَّ would have its ism, it has its khabar. So here ismul la'alla will be ka and khabarul la'alla will be najihun. In the same way here, ismul la'alla will be ya and it is always mansub and it will be attached pronoun. Attached pronoun is always mansub. And rasibun means fail. Rasaba, that will be to fail. Rasib means successful ka opposite, failure. La'alli rasib. So you're not saying I hope that you become failure, you fail. No, we say I fear, मुझे डर है. So here it will be ishfaq, right? I fear. But you can see that it's the same word is used for two different meanings. لعل الامتحان سهل. لعل الامتحان الامتحان سهلا, not امتحان. امتحان سهل, because this will be the ismul Allah and this will be the khabarul Allah. So لعل الامتحان سهل. So I hope that the exam is easy. So this will be taraji, hope. Let me write it here, hope. Ishfa could be fear. And usi se you will be able to translate. Then we have la'alla al-imtihana sa'bun. You see that? It gets a fatah. Because it's ismul Allah, it's mansub sa'bun. So it's saying, I fear that exam will be, so this will be ishfaq. Right? This will be ishfaq. Then we have the fifth one. قال رسول الله صلى الله عليه وسلم, Prophet said, في حجة الوداع. في حجة الوداع. What did he say in the حجة الوداع? He said, لعلي لا أحج بعد عامي هذا. لعلي would be now what to see with this إشفاق الترجي, right? لعلي, so I fear or I hope, let's see what it is. لعلي, so ya will be ya mutakallim and will be ismu la'alla. La hujju, I don't do hajj, I don't perform hajj. Bada ami, after this year haza. So this is the fear, right? This is the ishfaq. I fear that after this year I don't perform hajj. There was in Hajjatul Wada when he said last hajj. Hajjatul Wada, Hajjatul Wada, we say the last hajj that Prophet Sallallahu performed. That he said there that la'alli, that I fear that after this year, bada ami, after my this year of mine, I will not be able to perform hajj. La ahujju. All right, so then so this will be la'alli, here would be ishfaq, it will be the fear. Then we have the ninth point here. Ilaykum amsilatin ukhra. So in this book you'll find lots and lots of examples. So like we have another example here. Ilaykum amsilatin ukhra. So it was in the sentence. Huna, here ilaykum is ismu fi'lin. What is this? Ilaykum is ismu fi'lin, like, or you can say ismul fi'l. Remember this, ismul fi'l. What is ismul fi'l? Ilaykum here is ismul fi'l. Kalimatu tadullu, the kalima that indicates ala ما يدل عليه الفعل غير أنها لا تقبل علامته. So it works as a fi'l, but it's not a verb. It only functions as a fi'l. وإليك, what's the meaning? خذ. Remember, its a meaning is khuz means take. So when you say ilaykum amsilatun ukhra, it means khuz, take another examples. Take another examples, right? Ilaykum, like you see that in the news. Okay, here it is saying that an example. So we have an example, ilayka hazal kitab. Ilayka hazal kitab means take this book. Ya ukhti, O my sister, ilayki al malaiq. Take these spoons. Then we have yaqulu muzi'u. يقول مذيع will be the radio. Like, what does it say? إليكم نشرة الأخبار. Here the news, right? نشرة the news now. إليكم. So you will find this expression on the news. إليكم. It's very common when they say it. وكذلك and like that. Amin. So in the same way. Now, why is he bringing all this, telling us إليكم is ismul fi'l? Because he wants to tell us something that ismul fi'l is that functions like a verb. Because see here, it's mansub. Why? Because it functions as a verb. This one functions as a verb, but this is not a verb. This is actually, so we call it ismul fail, right? And in the same way, you have mansub here. Why is it mansub? Because of this. So it works as a verb, but it's not a verb, right? So it will you call it ismul fail. So in the same way, amin is ismul fail. Uh, Bima'ana istajib. Istajib. That would be the meaning. So more details will come forward, but abhi ke liye we just memorize and remember these things. All right, then we have okay, what is istajab? This actually comes from form 10. Istajaba means to seek an answer, to answer our prayers. Seek an answer to the prayers. Because in form 10 you have seeking thing as a part of the group. You seek forgiveness, you seek pardon, you seek an answer, something, whatever comes with seeking. Like you have istaghfara, seeking the seeking the ghafara, seeking the maghfirat. Ista'amala, seeking to use something. So in the same way you want to use. So that would be form 10. Then we have point number 10, ashya. Now, asha is a verb that is mabnu min as-sarf li'annahu, because it's actually this. This is the original word, but it's on the was of af'ila'u. The point he wants to tell us, anything on this pattern like this would be ghair munsarif. It will be mabnu min as-sarf. For example, nahaw, for example, aghniya'u, asdiqa'u. Anything that's on this pattern will be mamnu min as-sarf. It will be a diptot. So there'll be more information that Dr. Abdurrahim Saab will be giving us in the exercises, not just questions. It's not how book 2 or book 1 was. This is very different. So it has lots and lots of knowledge and information in it, in its exercises. So you can see that exercise is very less, but it's all information. It's filled with information. So you have to write it down and point out these things what we study. Now another point he's saying, shafa'ahullah. Shafa is a verb. So haza dua. This is a dua. والفعل الماضي هنا مستقبل في المعنى. So we have فعل الماضي here, but this meaning is for the future. Yeah? الفعل الماضي هنا, the فعل الماضي here is مستقبل في المعنى. In the meaning it is future. And this is the dua. So when we have to make a dua, we use the past tense. But obviously dua is for the future. So when we say shafahullah, so who is the mafulun bihi, because it's an attached pronoun. So and Allahu will be the fa'il. So shafahullah. So may Allah give you shafa. So obviously you're talking about for shafa for the future, but you're using past tense. So when you're using the dua like this, you will use the past tense, but its meaning will be mustaqbal, for the mustaqbal, for the future. Hati misal akhar, bring another example min ad-dars, from the lesson lil fi'l al-madi alladhi yufidu dua. So because obviously shafahullah was from this lesson, so he's saying that bring more examples from this lesson for the fi'l al-madi, but that uh, indicates, what does it indicate? Ad-dua. It is madi, but it's the dua for the future. So he's saying give more examples, and there is one example that would be jazakallah. That is in the lesson. Jazakallahu khair. This is a dua, huh? But this is obviously, this is Madi, but this is for the future, and this is the dua. 12th point is saying hal min swal. He had this kind of an expression was used in the book, in the lesson. So he's saying, what does this mean? Hal min swal. So you generally say, aslu, here it is, aslu hazil jumla. The actual thing here in the jumla is hal min swal indak. Do you have any question? Haza min zaida. This is min zaida here. ومن شروط, and what are the conditions where it can come, कहाँ कहाँ पे अप्लाई होगा, उसकी कंडीशंस क्या है. मिन अजाइदा, दो कंडीशन जहाँ पे है. अन यस्बिक़हा नफियुन, when before it is nafi, nafi means negation, aw nahyun, or prohibition, aw istifham, और द इंटरोगेशन. अब एक टर्म यहाँ पे आपको मैं कहता हूँ, एक वो प्लीज याद रखना, वो हम फ्यूचर में यूज करेंगे, दैट विल बी तलब. जस्ट रिमेंबर दिस वर्ड, तलब. बिकॉज सो व्हेन इन फ्यूचर, बिकॉज ये तीनों ना बहुत बार एक साथ आएंगे, ये तीनों चीजें, नफी नहीं इस्तिफाम. तो हम नफी नहीं इस्तिफाम नहीं बोलेंगे, हम उसको बोलेंगे तलब. ठीक है. तो when I say okay, so this is talab, so what's going to come to your mind? Nafi nahi istifham. ठीक है. So I'll say this sentence is sentence talabi. So you'll understand talabi means either या तो इसमें नफी होगी, negation होगी, नहीं होगी, prohibition होगी, या इसके अंदर question होगा. हाँ, जैसे हमारे पास question होगा, जैसे हमारे पास होगा हल हाजा किताबुन, so this is talab. हाँ, obviously it has istifham. So I'll use this word talab from here onwards because there is something that we'll be studying in future. So we have the verb here, sabaqa yasbiqu. Sabaqa yasbiqu. Sabaqa means to proceed. Huh? Yasbiqu. But here you say yasbiqu plus you have mafudun bihi ha. But it has a fatha here because an is an masdariya. It will give it, sorry, it will give it, yeah, it will give it fatha. It will make it mansub. So we have studied that before when it is what? Masdar mu'awwal, right? When you have an plus fi'lun mudari'un mansub. So this is fi'lun mudari'un mansub. Yasbaqaha. Qaf has a fatha on it. Yasbaqaha nafyun. When so this means, so this makes it in a masdariya, a masdar mu'awwal. Making it nafi, sorry, shurudhar is when preceding it, preceding it. So it will be masbuq, masbuq. Preceding it nafyun, nahyun, or istifham bihal. Istifham should be with hal. Istifham means hal wala istifham. That's, remember it. We'll call it talab. So an yakuna majruruha, and b, and it is majruruha nakira. So and it is indefinite majrur. So like you have swalun, it's indefinite and it's majrura. So yakun majrur. So these are the two conditions on which min zaida can come in. And there is also this example is from the Quran, and that's a beautiful, 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 beautiful ayat from the Quran and Surah Qaf, when where you have min zaida coming there. I'll just tell you about it. So you have here kawin. Now what you have to do is you have to bring in min zaida. It's like, so hal min su'alin, do you have a question? So this is min zaida. These are the conditions. So now he gives us an example here, and he says that tell us here how we're going to apply min zaida on this. Hal min su'alin, right? Hal min su'alin. Hal min khabarin. Hal min, like that. Hal min. So this is the third one. This is actually, if you put it here, hal min mazidin, this is actually from, this is in the Quran, and this is Surah Qaf. I guess that's the first ayat of third ruku. It has only three rukus. Surah Qaf is only three rukus. Either it's the first ayat of the third ruku or it's the last ayat of the second ruku. So that is وَنَقُولُ لِجَهَنَّمْ. Allah says that when we will say to Jahannam, Hal mim mazid, Hal mim mazid, Hal mim mazid. So this is here, Hal mim mazid, are you? وَنَقُولُ جَهَنَّمَ halim talati, sorry. وَنَقُولُ جَهَنَّمَ halim talati, are you full? وَنَقُولُ لِجَهَنَّمَ halim talati. وَتَقُول, and it says Hal mim mazid, are there more? To are there more? This is very, I mean, this is a heartbreaking kind of an ayat. It's very difficult to, when you understand this in Arabic, I mean, it really pierces your heart. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says, وَنَقُولُ لِجَهَنَّمْ halim talati وَتَقُولُ هَلْ مِن مَزِيدٍ. هَلْ مِن مَزِيدٍ, are there more? So this will be min azaida. So please do all these exercises. All right. And inshallah, we'll continue with the next session tomorrow. Subhanakallahumma bihamdik wa nashhadu an la ilaha illa anta wa nastaghfiruka wa natubu ilaik. Assalamu alaikum.